What's up, guys? Bang, bang, lunch money time while Wall Street's trying to get rich. The rest of us just trying to get our lunch money right. I'm here.
I'm wearing my
in the uniform.
I'm wearing my new black t-shirt.
Is that new?
Yeah, I got it with you, remember?
Hey, I got my fancy hoodie on. We're ready to roll. Don't forget, Lunch Money is now sponsored by BlockFi. BlockFi has 3 products. 1, you can buy and sell crypto. 2, you can deposit crypto and take out a US dollar loan. Or 3 is you can earn up to 8.6% APY in an interest-bearing account. Go get a BlockFi account at blockfi.com/pomp. It is a no-brainer. Go do it. BlockFi.com/pomp. What's up?
Hey. All right.
Stop texting your friends about Christmas music. We'll get to that later.
I was texting my friends about Christmas music.
Come on.
What's
the first topic?
So you know how the U.S. was like, hey, we got a vaccine for coronavirus that's 90% effective? Well, Russia is now trying to one-up the U.S., saying that its coronavirus vaccine is 92% effective. So which one will you take?
Y'all gonna take the Russian vaccine?
It's 92%. And I think Putin
Are y'all gonna take the U.S. vaccine?
I think Putin took it. Maybe. That might be fake news. I don't know.
No.
You don't think so? I thought he did.
Look, you know what's gonna happen? They're gonna come out with a vaccine. There's gonna be multiple ones. And somehow they're gonna underwrite which ones are safe and which ones aren't. I'm not a scientist. I don't know. Am I gonna take the vaccine? I don't know. I don't have any information yet. How am I supposed to decide? But what I will tell you is I ain't taking a Russian vaccine. The hell, y'all crazy?
What if I took the Russian?
By the way, I got no problem with Russians.
Wait,
we're cool.
What if
You're basically Russian, like we're cool. Bulgarians and Russian, when they speak, it sounds the same. Does it not?
No.
You can't understand Russians when they're speaking Russian?
No.
She's lying.
Okay.
She just lied to you. She knows that she can.
I really can't.
And Russians can understand some Bulgarian.
Very, very.
And then when I see Russian written on a wall, I'm like, oh, look, it's Bulgarian. You're like, no, that's Russian. It says, and then you translate it for me. Facts. I'll never lie to you. Our partner here on the other hand.
Don't ever compare me with Russians again. And 2.
I would take a Bulgarian vaccine.
Okay, what if.
It would just have goat cheese in it.
It would actually have goat
That's literally, they would just like, just drink some water and take the goat cheese.
Some olive oil, some goat cheese.
What
if I took the Russian vaccine, you took the American vaccine, and then we see what happens to each of us?
Well, it's not like...
I become a spy.
You know how... Well, that's the reason why I'm not going to take that one. All right, let's just keep going.
Okay.
I don't want to get too deep into the conspiracy theories of the vaccine, but I'm still
European Central Bank President Christine Lagarde cautioned Wednesday against an immediate economic impact from a vaccine, while also giving more details about what the central bank is likely to do next. She said, while the latest news on the vaccine looks encouraging, we could still face recurring cycles of accelerating viral spread and tightening restrictions. So basically she's saying that the European Central Bank is hinting at further monetary stimulus before the year ends.
Of course.
Why do they want to print money so bad?
They basically... They took the economy. The economy is like a patient. It's laying in a hospital bed. And they jammed a needle into its arm. And they got the drip. And they're just waiting to squeeze it and just push more and more stimulus into their arm as fast as possible. Because this is what central banks do. Central bankers all lack one key skill. They ain't got no patience. They ain't got no strong stomachs. They literally sit there. And the second something looks like it might be going wrong, oh my God, pull the lever, drop interest rates. They pull the next lever, then they start printing money. They literally can't help themselves. They're interventionists. They can't sit by and just allow the free market to work. They have to step in. They have to do something to make it feel like, oh, we're in control. Newsflash, you ain't in control. You're literally not in control. You guys injected $3 trillion into the US economy earlier this year. You pumped asset prices to the fucking moon. And yet the economy didn't recover. There literally is a true K-shaped recovery. You made the rich richer and you made the poor poorer. So good job. Maybe if you guys didn't actually intervene and you allowed the free market to play out, what would happen is the bad companies would go away. They would have to go through bankruptcy. The assets would transfer to better capital allocators, and people would be put in a position where they're not dependent on the government sending them another $1,200 check. Remember the first $1,200 check in the stimulus package? I think it was Steve Mnuchin went on television and he said, oh, that'll last for 10 weeks. Well, newsflash, it doesn't last for 10 weeks, $1,200 for an average family. And two is they never sent another one. They just screwed everybody. So instead, what ended up happening, rather than us having the hard conversations and doing the hard things up front, what they did was they stepped in and they half-assed the intervention. So, okay, now everyone's suffering. Literally, San Francisco shutting down restaurants. You can't go inside your restaurant right now in San Francisco. They're literally putting people in the New York Post, I read this morning, that had a wedding that they're calling a super spreader event. They're like publicly shaming these people who just wanted to get married, right? Nobody died. Some people got sick. But it's like if everyone goes to an event and all of a sudden everyone gets the flu, right? It's just you got to understand central banks stay out of people's lives, allow the free market to work.
Whew. Okay.
But they're still going to print a couple $1 trillion is coming. They're going to inject it. The needle's already in. We're ready. We're already in the hospital.
What are your metaphors?
Because we're drug addicts.
Oh, okay.
The economy is a drug addict.
Do you want to explain that?
Yeah, we're addicted to stimulus. You see what's happening right now. Stocks all of a sudden start to stutter, and there's... Sputter, whatever. It's all the same thing. I could be a rapper. And basically, the economy starts to suffer when they're not pumping liquidity into the market. Mortgage applications, all of a sudden, tapering off. 6 of the last 7 weeks, U.S. mortgage applications in the United States have dropped. It's still up year over year, 16% in this last week. But the reason why it's dropping is because there's no fresh liquidity coming into the market. And also because they dropped interest rates, which is supposed to help people and incentivize people to borrow money. But when they borrowed that money, they went and bought houses. And there was such an imbalance in the supply and demand that literally house prices exploded. And now the houses are too expensive for people. Like, okay, so the central bankers made it too expensive to buy a home in America. That's literally what happened. The central bankers have made it harder to buy a home in America. Think about that. Go ahead.
Mic drop. Okay. Calm down.
I'm good. I'm having a great day. I got that fucking trillionaire energy today. Let's go.
Where'd you get that?
I got it in a bottle. Sometimes
right.
I just drink it in the morning.
Give me some of that. Maybe I should have a personal central banker so they can just pump me with money whenever I need it. All right. The US and Europe's antitrust watchdogs have zeroed in on Amazon's treatment of third-party sellers, alleging the company engages in anti-competitive conduct. Both probes highlight risks around Amazon's usage of third-party seller data and its control of the buy box. Antitrust experts say that Amazon may face harsher penalties in the EU, Europe, where regulators have taken a more aggressive stance on big tech companies. Yeah. Gonna say something.
The market loves winners, governments hate winners. That's all this is. They're too good at their job. That's basically what people are saying. If you don't want to sell against Amazon, don't put your shit on Amazon. It's not that hard. Go put it somewhere else.
No, but the point is that it's antitrust.
No, they're saying that Amazon is using data from their platform to then go build their own products to compete with the people on their platform.
Do you remember what happened with Adam's shoes?
But again, it's a free market. What's the difference between that and somebody in China being like, those speakers are really popular. We're going to make our own.
The difference is that Bezos is not in China. He's a US-based company.
Okay, there's US companies all the time. How come all of a sudden...
But they are so large, they will crush you. Like, it's not like some dude in his garage.
But that's not true. That's my point.
Yes, it
is they'll crush you until something new and better comes along.
If you go to my YouTube page, Polina Marinova, I think that's what it is, you will find a video that I did with Square's founder where he talks about how Amazon tried to crush them, but they couldn't. It's a good one.
Okay. Exactly my point.
We talk about that because it's so rare. That's the exception, not the rule.
No, it's not. Amazon has failed over and over and over again trying to do things.
Let's agree to disagree.
Okay.
Chipotle will open its first digital-only restaurant as online orders soar.
I wrote about this morning.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, but you don't know because you don't read what I write.
Because I was sleeping.
She's up till 10 a.m.
Okay, that's...
Till 10 o'clock in the morning.
But I couldn't fall asleep until like 2, so I technically only got 8 hours.
Guys, she slept till 10 a.m. Couldn't fall asleep because I checked the watch.
You checked
I was like, how many hours
what?
did you sleep?
Last night he got mad at me because I wasn't sleeping and he was sleeping, and I just pushed him to his side because he keeps like coming over to my side. He was like, what are you doing? Just let me sleep. And I was like, you've been sleeping for 2 hours.
I got to sleep in full combat gear. Literally, I'm sleeping and I'm just getting beat up and like pushed and shoved and shit. I'm like, hey, I'm trying to sleep over here.
All right.
Chipotle. They're going to create restaurants that basically there's no dining and there's no place to walk in and order.
What?
So there's no like cashiers or anything. You basically can order on the mobile app, you can order on the website, or you can order through a third-party delivery service, and you can get the food one of two ways. Either they'll deliver it to you, shocking, delivery orders, or you can go and basically like do curbside pickup type thing, right? So you pre-ordered it, and then when you get there, you just grab it and leave.
Okay, that sounds like a recipe for theft.
Why?
You think people... Okay, if you just lay out everybody's orders out there, somebody's going to go in and take like 5.
No.
Why not?
They do it right now. If you go to Kava right now, they're all just sitting there and people look through it and get theirs.
I come from Bulgaria. That would not fly in Bulgaria. Let me just tell you that.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
No problem.
Alphabet. This is a really cool story, guys. Alphabet will soon deliver wireless internet over light beams in Kenya using a technology that can cover distances of up to 20 kilometers. It's called Project Tara, and it's conducted a series of pilots in Kenya last year and is now partnering with a telecom company to deliver internet access in remote parts of Africa. So basically what it does, it doesn't have cables and not fiber, but it shoots light beams that shoot internet.
They shoot light beams that shoot the internet?
It uses light to transmit data, but without the cables. That's similar to fiber optic, but it's a laser. It's so cool.
Yeah, it's above ground rather than below ground.
Yeah, and you can just shoot, because light travels. All right.
I'm not gonna comment on our infrastructure expert that we brought. It's like CNBC when they bring somebody on and that person just says like very obvious things like the market went up today.
I do not say obvious things. I say light is cool.
Well, you just said light travels.
Yeah, it does travel.
Which is
why
obvious.
wouldn't they use sound then? Because light travels faster than sound. Okay, last topic is my favorite topic.
Here's my deal. I'm a big fan of Christmas.
I love Christmas.
I'm cool with Christmas. Me and Christmas, we get along great. Santa's fat ass comes down the chimney. We are chilling. We are good. The cookies and milk, the surprise, like we're cool.
Surprise.
But you know what I'm not cool with?
What?
Playing Christmas music before Thanksgiving. It should be a crime. You should be put in jail if you do that. And Starbucks today, I walked into Starbucks while you were sleeping, and they were playing it. They were literally playing Christmas music like Santa's fat ass is gonna pop down the chimney tomorrow. Thanksgiving hasn't happened yet.
Okay, in 2020, we need a little bit more holiday joy than normal years. And I will say, maybe I should take.
They were playing the sad Christmas songs too.
Oh, I don't
like the slow ones. If you're gonna play the poppin' ones, the ones with reindeers and stuff.
I have a little baby Christmas tree.
No, we don't need all that.
Oh, no, we do.
What are the questions?
Wait, hold on. But I love Christmas because, and first of all, how are you going to say that when I was literally cooking the other day and there was Christmas music playing? You didn't say a word.
Do you guys see how tolerant I am? That was a perfect example how tolerant I am.
All right, let me find the question.
My tolerance goes unappreciated in my house.
Hold. Ready? Ask Lunch Money, #AskLM. Put it in the comments. We'll answer your question.
Oh yeah, send us questions so I have other things to talk about rather than just rant about bullshit. Go ahead. Kid show. Brent
KT. Woohoo! What would you tell someone looking for ways to improve their positive outlook on life? I have my own views, but I'm really interested in the remedies for stress, anxiety, mental health, etc. You seem to be two very calm and positive individuals. Him much more so than me. Obviously, I understand the Lunch Money and Pomp podcast aren't 100% representation of your lives. So
you answer first.
So I've been doing a lot of yoga and meditation, but sometimes there's people and situations that get to me, and then, I have to do more yoga and meditation. So I'm not the best person to ask about this because I feel like I have much more anxiety than our friend here, who literally I can't remember last time you worried about something. He doesn't get the concept of worry like I do. I worry.
What are you worried about?
I ruminate. I'm like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? How do you handle it?
We're all gonna die. Like you listening right now, you're gonna die. I promise. I promise you're gonna die. There's gonna be a day where your eyes, whoop,
So how do you make life more enjoyable knowing that?
It's just, you just got time. It's running out. Go fucking live your life. It's real simple. Live your life. That is literally it. What are you worried about? You worried about that the shoes you want to buy at the store are on sale? Who cares? You worried that your friend's talking shit? Who cares?
All right, wait.
Literally, none of that stuff matters.
Can I give
you're
you
gonna die.
A hypothetical? Let's say
Sure.
let's say you are a single parent with a kid and the pandemic is happening and suddenly like you can't get enough food. Like you're just worried about really big things in your mind that could affect the future of your family. How do you deal with something like that?
Worrying doesn't help. Like that's the whole thing is that's why I always talk about personal responsibility and like your individual rights, right? Is okay, cool. If you're a single parent and you've got a young kid and you're worried about money, stop fucking worrying and go figure out how to make more money. Like, and that sounds ruthless. I get it. People are like, oh my God, I can't believe you say that. But at the end of the day, the worrying is not going to solve the problem. The thing that's going to solve the problem is action. And what you'll find is that when you start to act, you stop worrying.
That's true.
Like, that's it. So cool. If you're in a bad situation right now, acknowledge, I'm in a bad situation. This sucks. I need to fix it. And the only way that you're going to fix it is if you do something.
I have one more recommendation.
Go ahead.
If you look up a man named Noah Galloway, I recently listened to his podcast that he did with Tom Bilyeu, in which he talks about mental health, anxiety, and depression. And he went to Iraq, and he was blown up and lost his arm and his leg. And he came back and fell into a really deep depression because he was like, suddenly I'm a wounded veteran. By the way, today is Veterans Day. Thank you. He went to Iraq. Okay, so he came back and he was dealing with a lot. And then he said he realized one day that basically when he would feel depressed, it was that he was stuck in an old chapter of his life. He kept replaying the same thing over and over and over again. And he's like, hold on a second. It's been 5 years since I was in that place, in that mental state. Why am I still there? So his point is, you have to be able to move on to a new chapter of your life, whether that means, so he decided for him it was fitness. He felt so insecure about only having one arm and one leg. He decided to go to the gym at 2 a.m. when nobody could see him so he could work out, get into shape, go run marathons, go do Tough Mudders, and show like, people with 4 limbs do this, I can do it with 2. Like it builds self-confidence. So I think finding ways to build self-confidence and trying to write the next chapters of your life helps you move on.
Worrying is a mental exercise, and you're in control of your mental state.
True.
By the way, if you really want to just stop worrying, go listen to Jay-Z Big Pimpin'. All-time hit. Big Pimpin' up.
All right. And next question from Melvin Malari. Bang bang. How do you get past the cold start problem of building an audience when you don't have one? Do you just consistently produce content, or do you do something else to bootstrap the growth? You go.
No, you answer first.
Why do you always make me do this? I think so when I left my job and I started doing the profile full time, I didn't have that big of an audience. And when I talked to him, we talked about how you have to punch above your weight. You have to be able to create something, even if you're small, where when people turn, there's the profile here. They turn this way, the profile's here. You have to create inflection points that build momentum on each other and make you look like you're everywhere, all over the internet, all over Twitter, all over LinkedIn, instead of just creating more content that nobody will read. You want people to read your stuff. So you have to create, literally what I did was created a plan. Monday, I will promote this article here. I will ask these people to retweet it. I will do whatever, just to keep the momentum going.
The other thing is when you're trying to bootstrap something, everyone always thinks of it as a single player exercise, right? So it's always like, oh, how do I create content and then I distribute that content and then I get the audience to show up? But what you start to realize is the people who are the best at building audiences look at it as a multiplayer exercise. And what I mean by that is, cool, I have a email that I want to grow. I could sit and I could write all day and then just tweet it to my 6 followers, right? Or what I could do is I can go convince somebody with a big following to let me interview them, get it in a written format, put it in the email, then I tweet it out, then I DM it to them, then they retweet it, right? That helps me get followers. It helps me get people to the email. Like little hacks like that I think are really important.
Or even better, instead of you interviewing them, have them write a guest post.
Yeah, you could do that. And at the end of the day, though, you just got to grind. Like, people look at the audiences that we've built and things. Like, we've been doing this a long time. Years. This wasn't a like, oh, we just woke up one day and like, bam, there's an audience, right? I mean, I've literally been creating content on the internet in a intentional way for 17, 18, 19, almost 4 years now. And
I started in 2010. Anyway, that's besides the point. That's taking away. That's taking away from the point.
We can't see you from all the way up here. Why are you so low? My brother Joe.
This is what I do.
My brother Joe got on a high-speed motorcycle. You've been on a horse the whole time.
I've been on a tricycle.
Like, right by you.
Anyway, yeah. Borrow other people's audiences. Try to get out of your own network.
Facts.
If possible.
Facts. All right, that's it. Cancel Christmas music later.
Bang, bang. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Lunch Money as much as we did.
And don't forget, Lunch Money is now sponsored by BlockFi, so go check them out. There's a link in the description that you can click on. I'm an investor, a user, and a huge fan. What?
You're a bigger fan of BlockFi than you are of me?
BlockFi is my second favorite thing in the world behind Polina. They've got 3 products. They can give you a US dollar loan. You can earn up to 8.6% interest on an interest-bearing account, or you can buy and sell cryptocurrencies on their crypto exchange. I personally use the interest-bearing account. There's not very many places where you'll find up to 8.6% interest on a deposit in an interest-bearing account. Go do your own research. There's risk associated, but 8.6% is pretty compelling. So click on the link in the description. Say thanks to the folks at BlockFi. Subscribe to our channel. Like the video. Annoy Polina in the comments. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.
And be kind to your friends.